Hey, Cowboys Nation. This is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. All right, folks, hold on to your hats because the Dallas Cowboys are stirring up the NFL once again. And this time it's not about drama, it's about domination. The word around the league is that the Cowboys have locked in TEVIN Jenkins, a man whose name has been echoing in every offensive line conversation for the past few seasons. Jenkins, once labeled as a hidden gem, has quietly developed into an absolute fortress up front. And let's be honest, the Cowboys needed this move badly. Protecting the quarterback has been one of those "we'll fix it next year" promises for too long in Dallas. But it looks like that next year has finally arrived. Reports suggest that Jenkins was handpicked by the Cowboys coaching staff after an extensive evaluation, not just for his power and size, but for his mean streak, that fearless, gritty attitude that Dallas has been craving. Fans are buzzing, analysts are breaking down the tape, and every conversation leads back to the same point. The Cowboys might have just built the wall their quarterback has been praying for. It's early days, but something about this signing feels different, calculated, powerful, and maybe, just maybe, the missing piece. And what's really fascinating here is how this move reshapes the Cowboys' entire offensive identity. With Jenkins stepping in, the dynamics shift, not just in pass protection, but in the run game too. You can almost see it coming, a more balanced, aggressive, and physically imposing Dallas offense, the kind that dominates the line of scrimmage and dictates the game's rhythm. Jenkins brings that attitude, that edge that can turn a good offense into a great one. Word is, the coaching staff has already drawn up new protection schemes designed to maximize his brute strength and mobility. He's not just a plug-in piece, he's a catalyst. TEVIN's presence gives the team confidence to open up the playbook, longer developing plays, riskier throws, and that sense of security that allows the quarterback to trust the pocket again. It's not just about size, it's about mentality. Jenkins plays with controlled aggression, like a man who knows his job is to make life miserable for anyone wearing the wrong jersey. Dallas hasn't had that kind of consistent protector in years, and fans can already sense the tide turning. Behind the scenes, sources say the chemistry between Jenkins and the Cowboys veterans is already electric. Apparently, during his first team session, the energy on the practice field shifted. You could see it, linemen laughing, high-fiving, and that spark that only happens when everyone realizes they've got a game-changer in their ranks. The offensive line, long criticized for inconsistency, suddenly looks like a unified force. Jenkins' leadership style isn't loud or flashy, it's all about presence. He shows up early, hits hard, and sets the tone with every rep. That's contagious. Coaches love it, teammates respect it, and even opponents are starting to take notice. Word on the street is that defensive coordinators are already rewriting their blitz strategies because going through Jenkins is like running into a brick wall. The Cowboys haven't had this kind of physical intimidation up front since the glory days of the 90s line. It's that rare blend of power, precision, and passion that makes everyone believe something special is brewing in Dallas. Now, of course, there's always that lingering question. Can he stay healthy? Jenkins has had his share of setbacks in the past, and critics aren't shy about reminding people of it. But those who've seen him train say this version of TEVIN Jenkins is different. He's leaner, more flexible, and mentally sharper. The Cowboys' medical and conditioning staff have reportedly tailored a personalized program just for him, focusing on longevity and core stability. They're not taking chances, and neither is he. Jenkins knows what's at stake. This isn't just another season. It's his chance to cement his reputation as one of the league's premier guards. The hunger is evident in his work ethic, his focus, and the way he carries himself. Every snap is personal. Every block is a statement. And if he can keep this pace, the Cowboys might finally have the stability they've been chasing on the line. The potential here is sky high, and everyone inside the locker room seems to feel it. Fans, meanwhile, are losing their minds. Cowboys Nation is exploding with optimism. Social media flooded with clips of Jenkins pancaking defenders and fans declaring this the move of the year. It's not just hype, it's relief. For years, fans have watched their quarterback run for his life behind a line that couldn't hold up in big moments. Now, with Jenkins in the mix, hope feels justified. You can sense that renewed belief, That "we're back" energy that only Cowboys fans can deliver. Jerseys are selling fast, highlight reels are circulating, and podcasts can't stop talking about how Dallas might finally have the balance they've lacked. It's funny how one player can change the narrative, but Jenkins is that type of player, a tone setter, a foundation builder. The buzz is real, the excitement is contagious, and for once, the optimism doesn't feel misplaced. This might just be the dawn of something truly dominant. But let's be real, this is Dallas we're talking about. Expectations are sky high, and pressure comes with the territory. The media will dissect every snap, every sack allowed, every moment Jenkins looks human. But maybe that's what makes this story so compelling. TEVIN Jenkins isn't coming in as a superstar. He's coming in as a fighter, a grinder, someone who's earned every inch of respect he's getting. He knows that wearing that star on his helmet means carrying the weight of history, criticism, and glory. And that's what makes this move so powerful. It's not just about protecting the quarterback. It's about protecting the Cowboys' identity as a tough, fearless football team. Every indication so far points to Jenkins embracing that challenge head-on. The whispers around the league are turning into roars, and if everything goes as planned, this won't just be a signing. It'll be the start of a new era in Dallas. Now let's talk about the ripple effects this signing could create across the NFC. With Jenkins anchoring the line, the Cowboys instantly become a tougher matchup for defenses built on speed and disruption. His sheer strength forces opponents to rethink their approach. No more easy pressure from the interior, no more collapsing pockets forcing quick throws. Jenkins' stability changes the timing, gives the quarterback those crucial extra seconds, and that's where big plays are born. We've seen it time and again. When the line holds, Dallas thrives. The run game opens up, the passing lanes expand, and the offense starts dictating tempo instead of reacting to it. This is why so many analysts are calling this one of the smartest under-the-radar moves of the season. It's not flashy, but it's foundational. The Cowboys didn't just sign a lineman. They signed an attitude, a mindset, and that might prove to be more valuable than any skill position player they could have added this offseason. Behind closed doors, coaches are reportedly giddy about the possibilities. There's talk about new formations, more power runs, and even creative protection. Shifts that take full advantage of Jenkins' mobility. Unlike many guards, TEVIN isn't just a brute force player. He's technically sharp, reading defensive movements with precision. That makes him invaluable in stunts and disguised blitzes, where one mistake can blow up a play. Insiders say the offensive coordinator has been sketching out entirely new concepts during film sessions, ideas that only work when you trust your interior protection. Jenkins has essentially expanded the Cowboys' playbook. And that, my friends, is a luxury not many teams have. When you have someone who can both overpower and outthink defenders, you've got a cornerstone, not just a contributor. The coaches know it, the players feel it, and you can bet every NFC rival is already adjusting their game plans for when they face Dallas. What's even more exciting is how Jenkins' arrival could revive the Cowboys' running game. Remember when Dallas used to dominate on the ground, controlling the clock and wearing defenses down? That identity faded in recent years, but Jenkins might be the spark that reignites it. His run-blocking technique is pure violence, calculated, disciplined, and relentless. He loves creating space, loves finishing plays, and you can tell he takes pride in seeing his running back hit daylight. With his addition, the Cowboys' offensive line suddenly has that nasty streak again, the kind that makes defensive linemen dread every snap. If the running game clicks, it takes pressure off the quarterback, opens up play action, and completely changes how defenses have to prepare. Jenkins gives Dallas flexibility. They can go power, zone, or pull him on traps and sweeps. The guy moves like a tackle, but hits like a freight train. It's no exaggeration to say he might become the engine that makes the whole offense hum again. Inside the locker room, teammates are reportedly calling Jenkins the Wall, and it's catching on fast. That nickname tells you everything you need to know about how he's already perceived. Immovable, unshakable, and built to last. The respect he's earned in such a short time is impressive. Offensive linemen aren't usually the center of attention, but Jenkins' presence demands it. Even the defensive players are feeling the difference in practice. They're saying it's making them better, forcing them to bring more intensity every rep. That's the kind of internal competition that builds champions. The vibe in Dallas feels different. And it's not just the usual off-season optimism. It's grounded in something tangible, something physical. The Cowboys have been searching for toughness, identity, and leadership, and Jenkins embodies all three. The wall might just become more than a nickname. It could be the foundation of Dallas' next great run. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. Of course, the big picture always looms. Dallas isn't just trying to win games. They're trying to build a legacy. Adding Jenkins feels like one of those cornerstone moves that people look back on and say, that's when everything started to change. It's the kind of signing that doesn't grab headlines immediately, but ends up rewriting the narrative. The Cowboys have been flirting with greatness for years. Always close, never complete. But with this addition, you can sense that missing puzzle piece sliding into place. Protection leads to production, and production leads to wins. It's that simple. TEVIN Jenkins might not be the flashiest player on the roster, but he could be the most important. And if he lives up to even half the buzz surrounding him right now, the Cowboys might finally have the foundation they need to take that elusive next step. The storm is building in Dallas, and this time, it feels like something real. Brandon Ayuk's integration into the Cowboys is already being framed as a potential game-changer for the 2025 season, with rumors hinting at immediate offensive adjustments and new tactical wrinkles designed specifically for him. Coaches are reportedly experimenting with motion plays, crossing routes, and timing concepts that leverage his ability to create separation and generate explosive yards after catch. Social media chatter underscores fan excitement, with countless debates about which defenses will struggle the most and how this signing might redefine the NFC landscape. Insider sources suggest that the team is prioritizing chemistry-building exercises to ensure that Prescott and Ayuk develop a seamless connection, crucial for high-pressure situations and deep ball opportunities. Analysts are speculating about how Ayuk's versatility could influence fourth-down strategies, red zone efficiency, and even clock management, signaling that the impact goes far beyond traditional statistics. Meanwhile, whispers in the media hint that rival teams are scrambling to devise counter-strategies, acknowledging that the addition of Ayuk introduces an unpredictable variable into every game plan. Beyond the X's and O's, the excitement is palpable, blending tactical anticipation with narrative intrigue, cultural buzz, and fan engagement, creating a multidimensional phenomenon surrounding Brandon Ayuk's arrival in Dallas. Finally, the broader implications of Brandon Ayuk joining the Dallas Cowboys extend beyond tactical adjustments and statistical projections, fueling a whirlwind of rumors, expectations, and media speculation that could define the team's 2025 season. Sources suggest that the signing may influence future roster decisions, marketing campaigns, and fan engagement initiatives, elevating Ayuk from simply a talented receiver to a symbol of the franchise's ambitions. Insider chatter indicates that his presence could inspire teammates, push practice intensity higher, and even shift locker room dynamics as younger players adopt his work ethic and veteran leaders adjust to accommodate his style. Analysts are debating how this signing affects playoff calculations, NFC power rankings, and even the strategic focus of rival teams as they prepare for matchups that now feature a more explosive Cowboys offense. Social media buzz amplifies every report, highlight, and speculation, creating a feedback loop that turns each development into headline news. The overarching narrative, fueled by whispers, rumors, and fan excitement, is that Brandon Ayuk represents more than talent. He symbolizes opportunity, disruption, and a potential redefinition of what it means to compete as a Dallas Cowboy, with the 2025 season already feeling like the beginning of a transformative journey. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.